We're having our Hesperia Museum fundraiser. We're going to look at doing this as an annual event. We are at the Tipsy Cactus Antique Mall. Cynthia was generous enough to offer us her space, and we had a small display from the museum, some refreshments and some desserts from Bodacious Bunts, and another young lady, Jessica, that made up some as well. We've had a variety of silent auction items, some really cool stuff that people have been bidding on. And here in about 10 minutes or so, we're going to close out the bidding and find out who the winners are and then contact them. We've had a real good turnout today. We've had our Hesperia Wranglers here, our new court. We had our Heart Foundation take photographs with them, and it was a really fabulous day. The museum is all volunteer-based and donation-based, and we're under the 501c, the Heart Foundation of Hesperia Recreation and Park District. Our building belongs to the district, but everything that we do with the museum itself, we've got to raise the funds for. We've got a variety of projects that we're doing, that we're looking for funding, anything from expanding out our side yard for a presentation area, to building scale models, to geocaching, to a trivia card set that we're building. We have got a variety. And we've also got our Historic Preservation Committee, which I have 3 teachers that sit on it with me, Rebecca, Lisa, and Jim. And we have developed a grade school level and a high school level junior historian workbook. It's available in the school district, as well as if you go to our Hesperia Recreation Park District webpage to the museum section, you're going to find it there, and you can download it, and your children can work through it for homeschoolers or just for the fun of it. We're basically at 3rd and Main, 16367 Main Street, right next to the Shell Station. So that would be the southeast corner. And we're in a building that was built in 1921. It's the 3rd oldest building left standing in Hesperia. Our first is our old schoolhouse at Sea and Main, built in the early 1880s. The second one is the Vintage Mercantile, which was Walter's store. That was built in 1915. And then the Stratton Homestead was built in 1921. But what's unique about our museum, and I find it kind of special, is Lillian Stratton was our first rodeo queen in 1948. Her and her mother were also the 2 lead artists for the Terry Lee Dolls factory in Apple Valley. In fact, we've got one of the 1952 Terry Lee doll called Dottie Eye in the museum that Lillian donated. And so just that building in itself being existing for a long time, but it's had a lot of Hesperia history in it. Right now we're open Mondays and Wednesdays from 9 o'clock in the morning till 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the second Saturday of the month from 10 to 2. Now, unfortunately, we had some other docents, but during COVID time, things kind of went awry. So I'm the docent right now. If you're interested in being a docent, you can come spend time with me and get used to it, sign in and through Hesperia Recreation and Park District, and then we can have the museum open more. You know, that's something that the Heart Foundation, which came about in 1984, and it's a 501c, and it offers a facet to the Hesperia Recreation and Parks that most other park districts within a city don't have. It gives us more flexibility to offer more recreation to our community. And the Heart Foundation works hard on a variety of things. Our rodeo, we've got movies in the park, we've got car shows, we've got all sorts of things. And if you follow the webpage, you'll see a variety of things that we do. Yes, HesperiaParks.com, but you can also follow me from the museum on Facebook on the Hesperia Historic Preservation Group. We've got about 1,100 followers on it. I post out of the museum about once a week or at special events like here. And I'm always looking for artifacts, stories of people that have since passed on, because, well, the older we get, the more we lose, and we don't want to lose our history. And that's why I'm working so hard on preserving our history. And I've got several people working with me. Just come on into the museum. Making donations can be done through the Hesperia Park and Recreation Department at Lime Street Park. Checks or credit cards are made out to the HARD Foundation, Hesperia Area Recreation District Foundation. And that money goes directly to the museum. Especially make sure that you have it annotated that it's the museum, because we've got a special pocket for it to go into. Thank you much. Have a great day.
On your way, people in the jack, heading for Hesperia. I'm getting out of here. I'm leaving my garden, heading for California's new frontier, where there's no smog, no smoke, no noise, and freedom from hysteria. I'm telling you, Mac, I'm pulling the jack.